Hello, I'm Sandra. There may be a conversation still sitting in you. Someone is speaking and you are still listening. But something in you has slowed down. Not because you are absent, but because something matters here. There is what they are saying. And there is what it may cost to answer honestly. That space can feel very small. And also very full. You might know the shape of your truth, but not the safest way to place it here. So part of you keeps listening, and part of you keeps measuring. Not because you are cold, not because you are unclear, but because honesty is not only about words. Sometimes it touches safety. Sometimes it touches belonging. Sometimes it touches what may change after it is said. And all of that can be present at once. You may not be ready to say more, and still be very close to yourself. You may stay quiet for a moment, and that moment can carry a lot. There is no need to rush past that. A pause can also be honest. A hesitation can also be real. The body often knows this before language does. The chest tightens a little. The jaw holds on a little longer. The shoulders stop being easy. And the mind keeps turning around one question. What happens if I really say it? That question can stay beside you without needing an answer right now. You may simply notice that it is here. A question with weight. A question with history. A question that may not belong only to this moment. Sometimes the cost is not only this conversation. Sometimes it carries older rooms, older faces, older times when honesty did not feel simple. So if something in you slows down now, that slowing down may make sense, even if no one else can see it. Even if the outside of you looks calm, there can still be a great deal happening inside. Listening on the surface, measuring underneath, holding the thread of the moment, while also holding yourself. That is not weakness. It is not failure either. It is a form of staying present with difficulty. And difficulty does not need to be fixed here. It can simply be noticed. You may notice the chair beneath you, or the way your feet meet the floor, or the simple fact that breath is still moving, not to make anything better, only to stay near what is real. This moment is already full enough. It does not need extra meaning. It does not need a polished answer. There is room for not knowing yet. There is room for mixed feelings. There is room for caring and still holding back. There is room for truth that has not become speech. You do not have to become more certain. For this moment to be real, you do not have to become more open. For this moment to matter, a person can be careful and sincere at the same time. A person can be quiet and still deeply honest inside. A person can feel the edge of words without stepping over it yet. If there is tiredness here, that can be part of this too. It takes energy to stay in a moment like this, to keep listening, to keep sensing yourself, to keep weighing what truth may change. And if there is sadness here, that may also belong. Because sometimes the cost of honesty is not dramatic. It is simply the end of pretending. And even that can feel large. You may notice how much care is here. Not perfect care. Not easy care. But care all the same. Care for the relationship. Care for what may be lost. Care for the self that still has to remain afterward. That self is here now. Not only the speaking self, not only the social self, but the quieter self underneath. The one that feels before it answers. The one that notices the cost before the sentence arrives. The one that has been with you for a long time. You may rest near that part for a while, without asking it to decide anything, without asking it to be brave, without asking it to be clear. Just letting it be here with its carefulness, its pause, its unfinished knowing. Sometimes that is where the truth lives first, not in the sentence, but in the quiet before it. And for now, that quiet can remain quiet. Nothing is being forced here. Nothing is being pulled forward. Only this moment being met as it is, with listening on the surface, and measuring still going on inside. I'm Sandra. Thank you for being here with me.